Hi everyone, and welcome to the Bebo Show. Today we're going to be talking about purpose. We're talking about what does it mean to have a purpose, how do you even find your purpose, and what talent do you think your purpose could be. So today I have Victoria here with me, and she's going to help us talk about this topic. Hi Victoria.
Hi Mia, thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Victoria, I'm 24 years old, graduated from University of Ottawa in 2016. It feels like forever, but it's only like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I did international business there. And
Nice.
as part of my degree, I went on exchange for 8 months in Switzerland, Geneva. And that was my first experience away from home. And I tell everyone, that's like where Victoria's Caps kind of started.
Oh,
So
okay.
Victoria's Caps is a brand that I launched in 2017 officially, but has been like under the works for like a year prior to that. So it's a headwear brand, and I'm also doing apparel through that. And basically the purpose of that is to encourage young people and reminding them that it's victory is given to you through Christ, and it's through your renewing of the mind and you believing in your mind that you're victorious, that you'll see it, kind of like just seeing a vision and walking in it. So I've been doing that for a year. Or a year and a half, and I've been liking it so far.
A year and a half that you started your brand, or that you developing?
The whole thing.
Okay.
Well, a year and a half since it's been like out to the public, since you've seen it.
Yeah.
Like I've been working on it since probably 2016.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's been, so is that your purpose? Your purpose is, I'm guessing, like designing, inspiring people through your brand?
So for me, purpose is everything that I am.
Okay.
So I don't like the thing with me, and what I wanted to talk to you on the show about is purpose is like, for the longest time I used to think purpose was something that you had to find. Like it was like a thesis, like, you know, like just a one-liner.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I like to give back. That's my purpose. Like, yeah, like that's like the whole thing. Like you might be someone who gives, but you might also be someone who I don't know, who's attentive and whatnot. Like all that you are falls into your purpose.
So purpose in what you want. Is it purpose? I'm trying to kind of like make it clear.
Yeah.
Is purpose kind of my passion, or is it what I want people to get out of life through me?
So passion ties into your purpose.
Okay.
Like for you have a passion talking with people. And then it ties into your purpose as in like you're walking in who God has made you to be.
Okay.
That all of that is your purpose. And we're like, you see it all the time. Like when people say we're human beings, not human doings.
Yeah.
Like you just being your true self, you being all that you are, using all your talents. That's you walking in purpose.
Okay.
That's how I define
so
it.
purpose. Okay. So can your purpose be your bread and water then?
Yeah, and you're lucky if it is.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, you're blessed if it is.
Yeah.
Like, for me, like, I work 9 to 5s in the government, and that's, like, has nothing... I wouldn't say it has nothing to do with my purpose, but it's not my passion. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... It's where God wants me to be right now. Like, it feeds my purpose. Like, it's money for my brand and all of that, but it's not my passion, and I could turn it into something. Like, if I find a position that falls into, like, artistic things and, like, creative things, then but it's a blessing if your purpose and your
passion like goes together. But for you right now, it's just kind of just getting your brand out there.
Yeah.
What do you think people get out of your brand?
I think it encourages them, and that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Like, if I could tell you what my whole calling is really to encourage people to not like quit on the race, to keep going. Because I've found myself like trying to quit on God, quit on my faith, quit on what I've been called to do, and I've like gotten out of it like many times, and like I just want to encourage other people to not quit. Like I've been there, so I can only encourage someone like through what I've been through. Yeah. Like if I haven't gone through that, like I can't encourage you. So that for me is how I try to shape. So
that's why you're now saying it's about a year old that you've put it out there. Why did you decide to do it now and not before, if you knew what your purpose was?
I think it takes time.
Okay.
So the thing with purpose as well, like you have to be patient with yourself. You have to nurture yourself. You have to wait for the right time. And there's this whole thing like with business, like, oh, just if you have an idea, just go for it. Yeah, I do tell people like just go for it. Yeah. But at the same time, don't force it. So for me, it's take your time and make sure that it's everything fits. Yeah. And if you rush, then you'll just fall. And like, you can get back up, of course, but it's better if you just nurture it, take your time with yourself, and and grow and learn. And I had to, like, I let the brand minister to me first.
Okay.
Like during that whole year before it was launched, I found myself, like, I was going through like many like situational depressions.
Yeah.
And I was looking at my caps, like the ones that say hope, and I was like, wow, okay, I need to be encouraged here. Like,
tap into it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it encouraged me first, like, even during the whole message.
Yeah.
It impacted me first before I could go ahead.
So kind of put it, like, kind of testing on you. Well, not really testing on you,
Yeah,
but kind of
in a
like
sense.
you said, for it to speak to you, for you to be comfortable to put it out to
Yeah,
everyone.
because then it's
so you can,
fake.
yeah.
Because then it's fake.
Fake,
And
yeah.
I'm someone who's really authentic. Like, I can't preach a message that I haven't been through
Yeah.
before, you know? And you can feel it. People can feel it and they can
Yeah,
sense
if
it,
it's
and they can be like,
not real, yeah.
oh, she's just doing this because it's hype or whatever.
Where did you envision yourself before you even you found that purpose? I found, like, this is my purpose. This is what I want to do.
Oh, honestly, I feel like for me, even right now, it's like I know what I don't want to do, but it's not really clear what I want to do. Right now, I'm just like me being me, just following my passion.
Okay.
And it's still not clear, like God's not showing me the whole staircase.
Yeah.
It's just me walking by faith. And
Okay.
like, we'll see. But for me, where I envisioned myself, I couldn't really pinpoint it. And I didn't know who I was as well. Like, when I was 20, 21, 22,
Yeah.
I didn't know who I was. Like, I didn't know what was I called to. I had all these talents, like, to me, like, I didn't know how it all fit into me. Like, I had passion for, I don't know, designing. I had passion for people. I had passion for leadership. And I didn't know how all of that would come together in a sense.
Of,
and
like,
even
finding your purpose.
yeah, all of that would like fit with me. Like, I was like, okay, if I like, to me they were all like separate boxes, and I was like, how do they all like tie into like me, and how can I all use that for one thing, and you know, impacting people. Like, even photography is a passion that came out of nowhere that ties into it.
Yeah. So my thing is, so I just want to have a clear understanding between passion and purpose, because you're saying that you had all these passions and it all came into your purpose. How did that all come into your purpose?
So purpose is me, like who I am, like who God has created me, like that is like my
the purpose for you to be on this earth is God spoke to you through your brand is going to be what your purpose is, to inspire people through your brand.
Oh, not necessarily. Like, the brand is part of my purpose. I wouldn't call it my brand the purpose, because tomorrow, if the brand fails, that doesn't mean my purpose fails. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And like, if I have children in 5 years, that could be part of my purpose as well, like raising children and whatnot. Like, it's not one thing. It's you. Everything that's that makes you you. That like all that whole thing is your purpose. So passion, like. My passion for photography, I've used that and I've tied that into who I am and what I can do with that, and using that as a talent, and that being part of my purpose. So I think it's a huge umbrella, and like, you kind of have to figure out like
what is
but for me, I just simplify. I'm just like, purpose is you. Yeah. Like, you authentically, like, not you putting a mask, but it's you and like
being who you are.
Exactly. And everything about you. You like to cook, you like to talk to people, whatever, like all of that ties into your purpose. And if you can find, like we were saying, if you find a career that allows you to do all of that, you're blessed.
Kudos.
Like, you're blessed. Like, and I think we're also in this whole entrepreneurial like world. You can use all your talents and whatnot, like your purpose, and make it into something that's profitable. You can start your own like, I don't know, your own business and use all of that.
So then so just say what would you say to someone who is young and they're trying to find out what their purpose is? Like, what would you tell them to first look?
I would say look for who you are. Because I think in the world where everybody tries to tell you who you are, it's kind of hard to distinguish. Like, am I what my parents tell me that I am? Am I what my friends tell me what I am? Am I what social media tells me that I am? What, like, the pop culture? All that stuff. And you just have to shut off all the noise. And for me, where I found who I was when I was in Geneva.
Yeah, because you were by yourself. You didn't have
myself
there.
And I was honestly depressed for the first 3 months. Like, I was alone, and like, it was like
somewhere
bad. And that's how God was like, yo, listen, this is not who you are. You are victorious, you're this, you're that. And he was affirming who I was. So I would tell like younger people, and even people who are much older, who still don't have it figured out, just try to go into yourself and who are you? Who are you really? Like, outside of the noise, like, who are you? What do you like? What are your... I would even say, like, write it down. Like, what are your talents? What are the things you like? Like I said, I, like, even to this day, I don't know what kind of career I want. I know what I don't want. Okay. And, like, and I think if you write it down, you could kind of make an idea of, like, what you want. But just write down what you're good at.
And what you're not good at.
Yeah. And see what you can work and I don't know, like
Wear matches.
Yeah.
So you're talking about your brand Victorious. How did the name come?
the name. Oh,
Yes.
well, everyone asks me, and I'm like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even remember.
Okay.
All I know is that Victorious. It was like during that time when I was like down and whatnot. God was like, yo, your name is Victoria. I've called you Victoria, and it was like the whole victory thing. And I was like, wow, like God, you call me victory, knowing that I would go through these challenges, but like you're saying that I'm victorious, like in spite of what I'm going through.
Yeah.
And then through that, I was like, okay, well, just because my name is Victoria doesn't mean that I have victory. Like, your name is Mia. You also have victory. You don't have to be called Victoria per se. So that's why I'm like, yo, like, everyone's victorious, you know?
Okay,
so
yes.
I came that, and then I wanted to do hats, so Victorious caps. And even the logo, I kind of did it, like, a random day.
Random days, just kind of like drawing, like,
yeah, like, the whole process was
Yeah.
just super quick, and, like, I didn't know it was going to turn into what it is today. So I think even while I was doing it, while I was naming it, I was like, oh.
Was it just more of something that you were doing fun on the side?
Yeah, and I think we all have that one thing
Yeah.
where we're doing something on the side and we don't think it, like, we don't believe in ourselves that it's
yeah.
going to be, like, concrete and turn into something, like, huge or, you know?
Who like, I don't know if it's super, but who pushed you to kind of want to put that out there? But, like, kind of pushed you to, this is my purpose. Like, this is what I want to do.
I feel like...
Or if it was even someone or a situation.
It definitely is someone, because I didn't tell... only my sister knew.
Okay.
Honestly, no. Like, my sister was the only one who knew that this was going on. And then I had confided into one friend. And that one friend, I didn't expose him or anything. But that one friend, like, we were exchanging, like, our dreams and whatnot. And I was like, oh, you should just go ahead and do that. And he's like, yo, you know what? With Victorious Caps, go ahead and launch it. And I was like, you think so? So he encouraged me in that sense. And then our relationship, I tried to force things, like, not force things, but I thought he was sent to me for, like, something else to develop. Yeah. But honestly, things didn't work out with him. Yeah. But God showed me that God sent him just for that encouragement. Yeah,
like in that season, he was just there to encourage you to push through.
That's all he was, useful for. But, I think it was just took that friend and just God sending him to just say, like, go for it. But I did delay for a long time. Okay. And I think it was, what's the reason? I think it was just doubt and fear. All the reasons why we don't launch things,
That's true. We take so much time not to do something. It's more of like, I don't want to do this. It's like, it's fear.
Yeah, it's like, fear failure. That was my biggest thing. I was like, yo, what if I fail? Because you see a lot of these companies, they do a huge launch, and then disappear after 4 months. And you're like, what happened? Yeah. And I was so scared of that. I was like, oh, I'm not
I think that's why it is with everyone. Like, when you're trying to follow your purpose or follow what you're called for, the problem is always fear that kind of stops you. And also when you see other people doing the same things, will I be as good as them? Will I be able to really show how I'm unique and stuff? So I think that is what stops a lot of people.
But you know, like, the thing with purpose was so great of it, like, me defining it as, like, that's you. No one is like you. No one has the same purpose as you. No one does the things the same. And everyone reaches different audiences. Definitely. So even if, like, with my streetwear brand, there's other streetwear brands in Ottawa, Ontario, Toronto. Yeah, mine has different message. And even if someone tries to copy my message, like, it's, like, not the same vibe. Like, it's different. Yes. And we all impact different people. So that's why I always give tips to people trying to start their own things. Because I'm like, I'm not in competition with you. Like, you can't steal what I have in me, you know? We won't have the same design. Like, it's just, you know,
we all have, like, the same thing, but it's going to be different in some way. Yeah. So what would you say, what do you think that you bring to your... I say your consumers, right? What do you bring to them that's, like, different from other people?
I think the fact that my message is authentic and I've gone through it and I know how to sympathize, and then I'm not, like, shoving it, like, down your throat saying, like, you're victorious, like, because Jesus said you are. It's like, no, like, we go through situations and you fail classes, like, and you don't feel victorious. You see these situations, circumstances you're in, and, like, life is, like, just madness. Like, you don't feel victorious at all. It doesn't make sense, like, you telling me I'm victorious. But it's like, no, like, it starts with your mind, and it's like, mindset. Yeah, and it's just, like, hanging on that word that, like, God has given you victory. So that's what has propelled me and, like, my victory walk and all that stuff, is just knowing that God's giving me that word, and he's not a man that he should lie. So it's just, like, me walking in that. And then as you walk in it, even if things around you seem crazy, you have that vision. Yes. That, like, I'm going to come out of this victorious. I'm going to come out of this alive. And that's when you see it. And that's really what I bring to the people. And the fact that it's streetwear, too, allows me to express myself. Because streetwear is all about, like, rocking it however you want.
It, kind of like putting your own style, your own uniqueness to it.
And it's not necessarily following trends. It's like you making it your own.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I chose like the whole streetwear like outlet, because it's like I reach the people who and it's also in ties with like pop culture, hip hop culture. Just reaching those people who are just broken all the time by things that are going on around them. Like I don't know, your parents' divorce. Like I've been through that. You know, it's just tough times, tough situations that even as a Christians we face. So I can empathize with that. Or sympathize.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. That's good. So my thing is now, going through what you've been through, my last questions for you is, what would you tell yourself when you were younger?
Oh, I would tell myself that it's okay. Like, it gets better.
Yeah.
Because when I was 16, I thought, like, I mean, not to, like, diminish, like, your problems, but, like, I thought life was just that, just high school. Like,
it's true. I feel like everyone goes through that phase, like, oh, high school is it. I've reached the peak of my life.
And you think that, man, like, the way things are going on around here, like, that's how it's going to be forever. It's like, no, like, it gets better, and it's okay, and God's got you. So just, like, stay in the race.
Yeah.
Like, even as, like, you're going through a situation right now, and you feel like it's not going to get better, just stay in the race. Because if we look at the situations we've gone through in the past, and the times when we did stay the race, it did get better eventually.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, if you got through it once, you can get through it again. So I think to my younger self, I would just be like, stay in the race. Like, it gets better. Okay, You're gonna be fly later. Don't worry.
Don't worry about
like these people you see in high school. They're nobody. They're nothing. Like no. Like
that's good. Okay, so thank you so much for coming on the show
and
sharing everything about purpose. It was definitely lovely. And I definitely hope you guys learned something about purpose, about passion, and that you could take away from this show. Thank you for tuning in.
Wait. Thank you.
Hey, it's Victoria, founder of Victoria's Caps. I'm on set of the Vivo Show with my girl Mia, and we just wrapped up an episode. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.
How could I give it all if you take from me? And we ain't got a tour, just wait on me. I just need the time and patience, yeah. How could I give it all if you take from me? And we ain't got a tour, just wait on me.